He's very fat, very healthy, very angry to be in my net. He's going back in the river right now. Wow. After spending a few weeks in backcountry Idaho and Montana last summer, I was inspired and concluded that my life is too short to not do what I absolutely love. So here is my attempt at throwing all caution into the wind and pursuing a life worth truly living. And that is what this channel is all about. Flying airplanes, flying fish, and creating incredible adventures with all of you for the rest of my life. Welcome to our adventure community, and I hope you enjoy our flight, our journey, our adventure. This is the quarantine hair. Don't care. I tried to trim up a little bit for this video, but after all, this is an adventure channel. Fishing season in this area just opened. I am in my hometown where I learned how to fish. My favorite childhood stream is in my backyard right now. So as soon as I'm done with this video update, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go throw a streamer into a creek that is near and dear to my heart, and we'll see what happens. It's been a minute since I put up a video. A couple of weeks ago, I posted The Sky is the Limit Part 2, where I spent some time encouraging you all to never stop following your dreams and continuing to learn and grow and never stop adventuring. So if you haven't yet seen that video, The Sky is the Limit Parts 1 and 2, make sure to check that out. So Esther and Julie and I started off in Phoenix, Arizona on the 14th of April. Here we are almost to the end of May. It's taken a while to get up here to our hometown of Washington. This is where we'll be planted for the lion's share of the summer, with the exception of the month of July. And I am so excited to finally share the big news with all of you. This has been something I've been thinking about and planning for quite a while, trying to put a lot of thought. I've been doing my best to come up with a game plan for the summer of 2020. So here is the adventure. All right, it's gonna be amazing. I've decided on Montana. I'm going to self-document a 2-week, 14-day backcountry, off-grid, wilderness, survival, fly fishing adventure. I hope you follow me on my journey and get a chance to live vicariously through this adventure. I don't think I've ever had a 2-week period of time to do nothing but forage for berries, fly fish, backpack, hike, and again, did I say fish until my heart's content. I'll just tell you guys, this is the Bob Marshall Wilderness. There's a river system in there. Look it up. It's an incredible river system. And this is a fishing channel. I need to have videos where I'm not just fishing, but I'm catching. The number of wild cutthroat trout per mile is astounding. And these fish, they're hungry. They don't get a lot of pressure. This is kind of like fishing in the candy store. And if there's one place you want to feel really good about your fly fishing success, go to Montana. You won't be disappointed. I don't yet know if I'm gonna have a buddy. I may go alone, I may have company. I'm still trying to work out the details. Something I want you all to be aware of. I need gear. It's been a while since I've done a long backpacking trip. I do not have a backpack currently. I do not have a water filter. There are a number of things that I need to acquire over the next several weeks to prepare sufficiently for 2 weeks in the remote wilderness of Montana. I'll probably realistically encounter a bear in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully it is from a healthy distance away. Of course, I will be preparing myself sufficiently with firearms, bear spray, etc. This is not something that the faint of heart or a novice outdoor adventurer is going to want to do without really fully understanding the risks of engaging the Bob Marshall Wilderness in grizzly bear country. This is something I am fully prepared for. I'm going to be doing all of my research. I will be taking every necessary precaution, I assure you. So, I have 5 weeks to prepare for the most epic summer wilderness adventure of a lifetime. 5 weeks. This is the first video of 5 update videos that I will be posting sequentially every week from now until the 4th of July when the trip begins. So this is video number 1. Video number 2 is coming up next week. I'll be talking specifically about the supplies that I need, the supplies that I have, the supplies that I don't have, and some of the things I'm doing to work on acquiring those supplies. I need some camera gear, I need some outdoor equipment, some backpacking equipment, some food supplies, a dehydrator for dehydrating fruits and vegetables, etc. If any of you have any gear that you think you may be interested in lending, donating, or sharing in some way, shape, or form for my Montana 2-week excursion, I would be forever grateful. I will be letting you know next week what some of those specific supplies are. In exchange, I will be happy to put a plug in for you on this channel in one of the upcoming videos. Plug your name, plug your business, plug your nonprofit, whatever it is that you'd like to promote. Thank you in advance for being willing to share some of your supplies with me. I hope everyone is staying well, being safe, taking every precaution that you believe is necessary to protect yourself and those in our community who we love and appreciate so much. In my opinion, there's never been a time to take a chance on myself and test myself against the elements. I think one of the things that's been happening for me, and I know a lot of you, is realizing that it's up to us to survive. What I mean by that is realizing that there may be times that we need reserves of food, obviously toilet paper, but to be sincere and honest, the more we can take care of ourselves with our own resources, like our own meat supplies, our own eggs, our own vegetables, our own food stocks, our own tools, firearms, all the things that we really need to live, those kinds of things include learning how to build a fire, for example, how to find shelter when it's cold, how to stay dry, how to live off the land in a lot of ways, how to forage for berries and fruit, mushrooms, edible plants, how to make rope, how to fish, how to be in tune with the rhythms of nature so that if, God forbid, all proverbial shit hits the fan, you're gonna be okay because you've invested in yourself and you've prepared and you've taken the time to figure out how to live in harmony with the land so that if worse comes to worse, you can actually survive if you need to. That day may come, and if that day comes, my question to you is, are you prepared? Are you afraid? Do you have the people and the equipment, the plans and the preparations already in place so that if things shut down, the internet goes away, your credit cards don't work, you can't go to the grocery store and buy food, you can't drive a vehicle, etc., use your cell phone, laptop, or smart tablet, you may be forced to actually learn how to live off the land. I'm taking a chance on myself. I'm going to test myself against the elements in the bush, see how I survive with no outside resources, with no cell phone, smart tablet, or connection to the grid in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to enjoy every flipping moment of being in nature. I don't know about you, but nothing gets me more excited and happy and at peace with myself and the world than immersing myself in a mountain stream or hiking a remote mountain or just being around big old growth forests. Wow, there is no better way I could spend a summer than to be fly fishing for wild trout. This, folks, is what Fish and Fly with Gus is all about. Of course, I got to sport my hometown team, the Seattle Mariners. You may be surprised to know this, but my first loves in life were not fishing or airplanes, but it was in fact the game of baseball. My grandma got me into baseball back in the early 80s. The Seattle Mariners are now the record holder of having the longest playoff drought in Major League Baseball. So what is that? 19 years we have not seen the postseason in baseball. So I will always love my Seattle roots. It's always an honor and so good to be back in the Pacific Northwest. Learned how to fish in this town, got charged by a large hostile black bear in this community back in May of 2011. That was now 9 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long, but ever since then, my life has been a bonus. Consider myself living on borrowed time. I thought I was done that day. It was a very large black bear. Thank you, Zach and Lauren, for lending me your amazing dog, Bo. Bo was able to distract that bear that day, get the attention away from me onto the bear for just a split second so I could buy some time to get the heck out of Dodge. I did not have a firearm with me that day. That was probably a very bad decision. In the coming couple of weeks, I'm gonna be releasing a couple of really exciting videos. I've been wanting to share this with you guys and put these on the channel. One will be called A Journey Home, the road trip of a lifetime. And it was all done in that awesome motorhome behind us. Esther bought that 31-foot V10 Ford E450 2014 with the slide outs. It's an incredible vehicle. We've got home, we've got transportation all in one place, and it has been a heck of an adventure, I promise you. Got to live through the entire decade of the 80s. I am so proud of that. If you missed any moment of the 80s, I am sorry you missed out. I can still remember the very first movie I saw in the theater, and that was starring yours truly, Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, and of course, none other than Back to the Future. I saw that movie in Everett in the theaters, and I think it came out in 1985, give or take. Some good people in your corner, some really healthy food, some good nutrition, lots of hydration, a little bit of sunshine, lots of time in nature, some time with your own thoughts, maybe a little time in a good book or the good book. Get some good rest, get lots of sleep, scratch a dog, do some push-ups, do some stretching, do some yoga. Take some big breaths. Please comment below. Tell me what your adventure looks like, what you want to do, and I'll see if we can do it together. Put it on video, get it on the channel. You can share it with all of your friends and family for the rest of your life, and so can I. My name is Joel, your channel host. I've been doing my best to get awesome content up on the channel. Thank you all so much for those of you who have been following our awesome adventure videos so far. There's some great ones up there. I am not quitting now. The adventures are only going to get better and better and better every day. I've got some really good professional equipment coming. I know I keep saying that. Finances have been tight. I'm really trying to make it happen. Welcome back to Fish and Fly with Gus. And remember, folks, adventure on!